What is the single force that controls the quality of your life? What is the one power that you have right now in this moment that can change everything? You have it, I have it, we all have it. This one singular individual power. The answer is the power of choice.
In today's fast-paced world, profit and technology are prioritized over almost everything else. As the world's population shifts towards city living, we're spending more time indoors and less time appreciating the natural world around us. Is it this disconnect with nature that has led to the destruction of our ecosystems and habitats? At some point, profit became more important than nurturing our planet that sustains all life. But the good news is that there's still time to reverse the damage we've done and to watch our beautiful planet flourish again. If, as individuals, we consciously measure all of our actions against the impacts they're having on the planet, then one day it can be a place we're proud to pass on to our children. At SuperBee, we want to inspire and empower individuals to become change makers. That's why we're launching a new campaign, It's Your Choice. Life is basically a series of choices, right? What if we all started to make choices that prioritize the planet? Choices that put sustainability first? What would our planet look like then?
Hello, my name's Annie and I'm the founder of SuperBee. We're a social enterprise nestled in the mountains of Chiang Mai, northern Thailand. Did I say we're a social enterprise? I did. Okay. Did I put that in? We make eco products, alternatives to plastic, and we've now this year in 2021 started our new campaign called It's Your Choice. We're not just about selling products, we also really want to change the world, and we want to make big changes and empower people and help people make the right choices. So the bad news is studies now show that each person on this planet has around about 1 credit card weight in plastic running through their veins and in their bodies. Because plastic is literally everywhere. We're drowning in plastic. Recently in The Guardian, I also read that there was plastic found in a fetus inside a mother's womb. We really thought it's our responsibility to inspire and empower people to make the changes necessary, that we can no longer give our accountability over to big business and governments, because I don't think they really know the answer either.
We are reaching a global level of environmental degradation that gives the human race 2 options: change or die. Our excessive consumption and production dumps tons of waste in the oceans every day. It contaminates rivers, pollutes the air, deteriorates the soil, deforests our forests, and unbalances dozens of sensitive ecosystems that regulates and balance and allow human life on Earth. Companies around the world are a big part of the problem, but they also can be part of the solution if they change the way they produce and relate to the community and the world.
Every day we make choices, both as individuals and as businesses. And here at SuperBee, we choose to put the planet and people before profit. We choose to run our business as a social enterprise, which basically means our bottom line is about more than just making money. It's about making a positive impact on the world. Being a social enterprise, our entire ethos is about running a business responsibly. Of course, we have to make a profit. We need that to grow and flourish for the benefit of everyone. But all our business practices focus on putting the environment first and creating a positive impact on the environment. We also prioritise our employees. We make sure that they're paid a fair wage, and we make sure they work reasonable hours, especially given so many of them are working mums. We think that's the way every business should be run, and we're saddened when we realise it's not.
In 2008, I decided that we as a company needed to be more responsible. And at that time, I had 95 staff. I was printing magazines, so there was a lot of printing every single day, and I was really concerned about my carbon footprint. So I contacted FORU. It's an organization based at Chiang Mai University. It's a reforestation project, and basically I asked them if I could go carbon neutral. So it took like 6 months, right? And so we started off, we had to calculate every staff, what kind of vehicle they drove to work, how long the distance was. We had to look at our electricity, whether it was coal or water. We had to look at our printing, how much carbon we were emitting. We figured out that we were emitting about 55 metric tons of carbon. And so we had to offset it. So what FORU did for us was they went to the park authorities. They asked the authorities to give them degraded national park land. So we were lent 8 rai of degraded national park land. So we did a big campaign. We announced to our readers, to everyone, said, let's have a tree planting day. So all of our readers went up. We followed the FORU model. And so we populated this 8 rai of land. And then we hired people for 1 year to fight off the fire, as well as to water it. So within a year, we'd basically offset our carbon, and I believe until today, we have ever since.
I think I'm lucky. I've been able to travel all over the world, and I already have been in Bali in a place called Nusa Penida, where I could dive in, and I saw more plastic than fishes, So it's a really traumatic experience because our society is producing so much waste, and I think that when you see by yourself, I think it's totally different from watching in a screen. I think that when you're there under the water and you can see plastic all around, it brings you some sort of emotions that is like, what are we doing, And I think that to experience that and then hear this message about our choices, it brings this responsibility right to ourselves. That is, well, our choices or actions, they are shaping our reality.
Convenience is not anymore in the fact of using plastic, which is cheap, light, and which is everywhere. But convenience is rather in the idea of taking care of the planet, of taking care of the ocean, because without the ocean we couldn't live on this planet. The ocean is resilient. It means that if we stop polluting, if we stop sending waste to the ocean, if we stop emitting CO2, then the ocean can recover. And there's even a recent study that was published in the review Nature, the scientific review, that shows that by 2050, the ocean could recover from everything we've done before, from all of our errors.
The problem with plastic, I believe it has 2 approaches. One is the behavioral approach, convenience, time, etc., fast life. The second one is waste management. So humans and, let's say, citizens has the responsibility of the first one, the behavioral part, and governments has the responsibility of the second one. One needs a lot of budget. The other one only needs a change on behavior and conscious. So which one do you think it's easy to approach? I believe, even though it's a long-term, consciousness and behavior. Waste management can solve the whole problem, but it needs a lot of money, and I believe it's giving the wrong message, as it's telling you, don't worry, you just produce waste, I will take care of it, because we are so professional on it. I believe that, in a way, it's good that we have lazy bureaucrats and politicians, that they don't want to go for a better waste management. And in the other hand, we have that behavioral is a slow motion, right? It's not something that we can change within 1 year. So it might take 5, 10 years, but it's going to be forever.
There's no denying that most people enjoy buying and consuming goods, but most consumers want to be more sustainable. They love ethical products and want to do the right thing for the planet. They just need the tools to do so. It's time for businesses to respond to this demand, to realise that sustainable products and solutions are the future. If you're a business owner, can you choose to make your business more sustainable? Let's not wait for governments to make rules that force companies to be more sustainable. It's time for consumers and businesses to take matters into their own hands. People have the power. Power to the people.
The plastic problem in Cambodia is huge. It's not like in my country where you can put out your garbage and somebody picks it up every one time in a week. It's not a good system for picking up garbage. So in the countryside, you have to pay to get it picked up, so a lot of people don't have the money to do it. So a lot of people burn the plastic, or they simply just throw it wherever they can. I've seen people at the bridges just throwing big bags full of plastic rubbish into the rivers, and there's not a high level of education here either, so it's difficult when people are not educated on why plastic shouldn't be thrown on the ground. It's important that people get options, that it's available for them, because we've learned at Babel that actually people want to be more sustainable, they want to have more eco-friendly products, they want to reduce their use of plastic. It's just that it's not so much available for them. So if they have products that they can use that will make a better place, then it's better.
My belief is that the problem with the world today comes down to greed, but also a disconnection to nature. That the planet and its nature is something that can really heal us, and even doctors these days are prescribing walks in the nature to help cure diseases or depression. And I think if you are feeling disconnected or you are feeling overwhelmed and oh my God, the world's just a mess and I can't do anything about it, sometimes if you just go and walk in the forest or the park or whatever you have close to you, I think that you can start to feel a little bit more connected to the earth and maybe more inspired to make small changes in your life, to make better choices, to use plastic alternatives or ride your bike to work or purchase products that are not from big business but maybe small business, local business or social enterprise.
หลังจากที่มีการตัดผ้าไปนะคะก็จะมีเศษผ้าเหลือใช้ใช่ไหมคะตรงนี้เราไม่ได้ทิ้งเลยค่ะเรามาใช้ให้เกิดประโยชน์สูงสุดนะคะเพราะทรัพยากรทุกชิ้นมีประโยชน์มากเลยค่ะจากชุมชนของเราค่ะจะมีการจ้างงานนะคะให้กับชุมชนของเรานะคะเพราะว่าการทำแฮนด์เมดใช่ไหมคะก็จะไปสู่กระจายสู่ชุมชนทำให้เกิดการจ้างงานเกิดอาชีพให้กับชุมชนของเรานะคะ
When I started here, there were only 5 people working here, and for almost 4 years, I've seen how the business has evolved. During working here, I had a chance to rotate in many jobs of Super B, and I've never imagined that I would be in this position. Super B offers people good working conditions because where we located, there aren't so many job opportunities. So if people around here, they would like to have a good job with a good benefits, they have to ride a motorbike down to the city, which is quite far from where they live. And also moms, they rarely have time to spend with their family and also their children. While working with Super B, we provide fair wages with social security. They also work close to their places, and they have a lovely weekend with their loved ones.
Be Conscious จำกัดออกแบบโดยคุณอันโทเนต แจ็คสันค่ะ
In the future, There's no reason why sustainably made products can't be the norm, rather than the exception. There's a growing respect for companies like Superbee that follow ethical practices and make sustainable products. Their efforts are being recognised by society and consumers alike. It's essential to inspire more business owners to take this leap of faith, to create a business strategy that prioritises planet and people, not just profit. It is possible for businesses to be both profitable and sustainable. It is possible to collectively restore our planet for future generations. It's your choice.
I think that Superbee and all the team, they really embody this consciousness about making good choices, about being authentic, about being real. They're making a positive change. And for me, this makes it clear that a lot of other business persons, a lot of other directors or presidents, founders, they could choose to create a company that is making profit in a respectful way. If a lot of people start to make this kind of choices, we as a collective intelligence in this planet can create a better society. And as an educator, I think that's the best we can give to the future generations.
Every business has its ability to do something. For me, I'm media. So I use my media tools, my platforms, my writing skills, my voice, you know, and that's what I do for the environment. As long as you just keep educating, and finding tools which make it easier for people to adapt. You know, people, they don't want to be throwing plastics everywhere. They don't want to be bad, but most people probably need tools to help them. And there's tools out there. It's just not perhaps as mainstream yet, but it's getting there.
I can, just me, in this big world, make a change by just making little choices step by step and, you know, showing my friends and creating community and talking to others about changes they're making and to share these ideas that together we do have the power to make the world a better place.
Consumers these days are so much more aware of where products come from and if they're ethically made. So there's a growing demand for these products as well. So, do you choose to work with an ethical business instead of a greedy corporation? It's your choice.
สุดท้ายแล้วแทนที่เราจะไปซื้อกล่องใหม่หรืออุปกรณ์ใหม่เราสามารถใช้ที่รีไซเคิลกลับมาใช้ใหม่ได้แล้วคุณล่ะจะเลือกอะไร It's your choice.
I choose to empower my staff. And how do you treat your people? It's your choice.
เพราะฉะนั้นแล้วเลือกเถอะค่ะเลือกที่จะช่วยสนับสนุนให้ทุกคนมีรายได้จากการใช้แฮนด์เมดนะคะ It's your choice ค่ะ
It all starts with every individual. There's so much power in just what one person can do because you might inspire the next person who inspires 20 more people and you just don't know. But you have to try. I think it's all of our own responsibility now that we all make better choices.